Good morning and welcome to today's video. We're out for our morning spin. Not too long today. Roads completely deserted. It's an absolute ghost town out here. I think people are finished with their initial excitement over exercising and that sort of thing because there is no one outside. We're doing a very short hilly loop taking in a hill called White Down, which Daisy hasn't ridden yet. She's fairly new to riding around this area. Now she's done Winterfold last week. White Down, definitely next on the list. It's a pretty hard one. Steep. My legs are a little bit sore from Zwifting yesterday. Become completely addicted to it. I'm level 6 now. I might even go and do some later.
Hiya.
Enjoying yourself?
Yeah, actually. Feels good to be outside. I really didn't want to go out for like the past 3 days. I think I had that real moment of just feeling really unmotivated, like there's nothing to do outside, so why should I go outside? And now I'm outside, I'm like, oh yeah.
As long as you keep things local, it's all good.
I'm feeling quite strong though at the moment, like did quite well on Zwift, I think. I've never done like an intense session like that before. All these rides that I never get to do because I'd normally be at work, I just feel like really confident and strong on a bike.
They add up pretty quickly.
That's really nice.
I've got to admit, it is nice being out on the real bike after a couple of days using Zwift. There's no substitute for the real thing, but there's definitely some upgrades I'm thinking of making if I'm going to start doing more indoor stuff. Has anyone used a sort of DIY rocker for their turbo? I noticed, especially with the kicker, it's so static and so rigid. It feels a bit weird when you get out of the saddle. I wonder if there's an easy solution we can do at home, just so there's a little bit of float, you know, like a pedal. Right, almost at the big climb now. One big climb up White Down and then home. So are you excited for White Down Lane? We've just descended it. What?
I've got my power button.
We just descended it and there's a guy walking up it because it's quite steep, pushing his bike along. Sign just there that says 18%. It's 18% for quite a long time though.
I said it wasn't that big of a climb, but going down it.
It is big, right?
I'd say you're a bit of a liar. It's not the one if you don't like descending.
Nah, it's got a sketchy corner on it, isn't it? I probably should have told you. How sad is this? We thought we'd come and stop and just pay our respects to the Giro Cafe. Look, cactuses in the window. Have they got to keep coming in? And what, isn't that your job?
You're not open!
No, I'm afraid we're closed.
Oh, we came all this way.
Is this 2 meters?
I think that's exactly 2 meters.
Yep.
So a decent short hilly loop. Feeling pretty good. I really don't think I've ever felt so relaxed in my life. This whole situation, being a fairly terrible one, has got its positives, and sort of slowing down the whole pace of life is definitely one of them. Why is everything turbo related so heavy? Until now we've been running Zwift on this laptop. It's a little bit far away, so you got to like squint. My eyes are bad, but it's a bit too far away, and then we have to have the bike in the middle of the room, and it's not ideal. This is the proper Wahoo desk thing, so we can put it right in front of the bike. Maybe make like a turbo station that isn't in the way of the TV. So that's the desk, laptop right in front of you, bosh. Not the only bit of kit that's turned up today. Finally I get my hands on one of these for all of my outdoor riding needs. Joking aside, hopefully we'll be allowed outside properly on the bikes soon. In the meantime, I'll get this up and running. I have a feeling when this whole virus situation is over, I'll be doing lots of bike packing, and bike packing requires maps. And this, a million times better than the old Wahoo for mapping. You've got a colour screen with an actual map on it instead of just a kind of line that you follow. And if you get properly lost and need to reroute, that'll do that for you as well. You don't have to go into an external app, fiddle around with it, and then put it back in. So all in all, very useful. This is my favourite bit, look. I'm still getting used to this far away, wide camera thing. It's good, right?
Mary is cookie malarkey. We're more pancakes.
Cookies that look like cookies.
I'm also trying to sort out how many fucking water bottles we have. That's 2 shelves. It's such a waste of space. And all we use are the Fidlock ones.
We'll do a giveaway.
You know what we actually could do? I mean, I guess we should just not accept free water bottles anymore. Make sure everyone's in line. Just took out another 2 trays in the kitchen.
I better get on Zwift.
They're actually vegan this time. So it's guilt-free, right? Even though there's 250 grams of butter in this.
So this is my current view. Little group ride with Steve Booker. Not entirely sure why I keep doing this to myself. Coming up to level 7 now. Just climbed up a massive volcano. Descending down the other side now. So that was an experience. First proper group ride on Zwift, and I did like a spin down to calibrate the power meter in the turbo trainer just before. I was probably supposed to restart Zwift before then starting the ride, so the turbo trainer wasn't connected. I was just sat there on my bike not moving, and then the guys went up the road, quite far up the road, and then I had to chase back on, which involved a lot of 6 watts per kilo. Not exactly how I wanted to start that ride, especially straight after eating a massive takeaway pizza, but I survived, got back on. There was some weird thing going on with the slingshotting. The game tries to keep the group together, so even if you're doing less watts, you generally get like a slingshot to get back on. But that was kind of happening in reverse with me. The more power I put down to try and catch the group, the further away they'd get, and then the slower I'd go. So it took me about 10 minutes of riding to properly catch them. Anyway, got back on. It was good fun. Thank you, Steve Booker, for hosting. Some of you might know Steve already. He's been making YouTube videos for years, but fairly recently he's got into cycling, and that's how we ended up getting connected. But I'll put his channel down below because he's been doing some cycling related videos recently, so check him out. I'm sure we'll end up doing some riding on this channel together at some point too. That was knackering, outside and inside today. I'm gonna get some much needed sleep. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.